what brings you in today?
Well, doctor, I've had terrible abdominal pain. I'm bloated, I have diarrhea, and I'm always tired, and I don't know what it is.
All of these sound like symptoms of celiac disease. Have you heard of it?
No.
Celiac disease is an autoimmune disease triggered by the ingestion of gluten.
Oh, gluten, a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley.
So gluten is what triggers these symptoms and could eventually lead to malnutrition.
Oh, so why do I have this? What are possible causes or risk factors?
Some causes are genetic predisposition, environmental factors and stressors, such as severe injury, infections, and emotional stress.
Oh, so how does this all work?
Well, as a matter of fact, I have an amazing video done by some nursing students a while back. So, should we play it on?
Yeah.
Proteins such as gluten pass through the large intestine. Normally, nutrients from food are absorbed into the bloodstream through villi, which line the small intestine. 90% of proteins are degraded by lysosomes and converted into peptides. Normally, no antigen-specific immune response is triggered. With celiac disease, there is a breakdown in intestinal permeability. This allows proteins, such as ghalamin, which is part of gluten, to enter the lamina propria. Dendritic cells engulf the protein here. Persons with celiac disease have genes which code for antigen receptors that present ghalamin to helper T cells. Helper T cells recognize the antigen as foreign and signal the start of the immune response. Chronic diarrhea, fatigue, abdominal bloating and pain, constipation, iron deficiency, skin rashes, and vomiting. Homeostasis. The intense inflammatory reaction leads to a loss of absorptive villi in the small intestine. This results in the impaired absorption of nutrients such as proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, which results in malnutrition. Celiac disease also directly relates to the development of cancers such as head and neck squamous cell carcinoma, small intestine adenocarcinoma, and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Proteins. The most important protein with celiac disease is gluten, found in wheat, barley, and rye. Other proteins include the major histocompatibility protein HLA-DQ2 or HLA-DQ8, which become antigen-presenting proteins. 30% of the population genetically codes for this protein, although only 1% will express it and develop celiac disease. Cell membrane. The cell membrane is affected when the integrity of the gut barrier is compromised and becomes permeable to certain proteins, such as ghalamin. This sets off the chain of events that leads to the symptoms of celiac disease. In summary, celiac disease is an autoimmune disease affecting the villi of the small intestine, which leads to the malabsorption of nutrients. Although not entirely understood, compromised intestinal permeability and the genetic expression of the HLA-DQ2 or HLA-DQ8 alleles contribute to the development and help with the diagnosis of celiac disease. The mechanism for inflammation includes ghalamin entering the propria lamina. Ghalamin is engulfed by the dendritic cells. The dendritic cells present the ghalamin antigen to the helper T cells. The helper T cells then initiate the immune response against ghalamin.
Wow, that was spot on. That makes complete sense. So, what now, doctor?
So now we're going to talk about treatments. And the treatment for celiac disease is to have a gluten-free diet for life.
For life?
For life.
Is there anything else?
Unfortunately, a gluten-free diet is the only treatment that we know of so far.
Oh, okay.
Something you do have to be mindful about is cross-contamination.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means that you can't use the same butter as someone else, or use the same cutlery, plates, countertops as someone else, because gluten could contaminate those certain containers.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I guess I have to really be careful with that then. Well, it looks like it's going to be a major lifestyle change for me. Well, thanks so much for your time, doctor.
No problem.